Today I'm eating all my meals from fast food restaurants. I'm going to be having 3 meals at 3 different places, and every meal is going to get bigger in calories. But the catch is, I'm in a deficit. So I've got to make sure these meals are high volume and keep me full. Also got to make sure it has a good amount of protein and they're the healthiest options I can get. First, I got to get a workout in, and then after that, we'll get to meal 1. Workout is done. It was tough, very, very tough. Lots of running, which makes me very hungry. So we have got our first meal of the day, which is going to be McDonald's. And like I said, hungry. So hopefully have some good food there with not many calories and lots of protein. When you're eating out, a tip to keep your calories low is just never drink your calories. So today won't be getting any liquids that have calories in them. I feel like it's a waste. They don't keep you full or anything like that. Also the toppings like sauces, cheeses and that, if we can cut down on that, it's gonna keep the calories a lot lower because they're usually very high in fat, which is gonna be a lot more calories because fat has 9 calories per gram compared to protein carbs, which have 4 calories. So you're gonna get a lot more volume if we don't have those things in our, I just drove past Macca's. You get what I'm saying. But anyway, gotta turn back around, drove past Macca's. All right, we've got both 2 green lights, so on our way to Macca's still, very quick. It's the first time I've been to McDonald's, except for another video I filmed since I've lived up in the Gold Coast. It's the second time. Hello, can I please get a, that will be all, thank you.
No worries.
Thank you. Goods are secured. I just got told I wasn't allowed to eat in the car, so gotta eat at home. And we have breakfast here. So we got 2 McMuffins. We got a sausage one and an egg and bacon McMuffin. Not a massive meal, but it's still 2 muffins. So decent amount here. What that means is we're gonna have a lot more calories for the rest of the day, which me personally, I prefer to have more calories at the night time. According to ChatGPT, both of these muffins together are 530 calories, 30 grams of protein, 54 grams of carbohydrates, and 19 grams of fat. We have got the egg and bacon McMuffin. So this one here is gonna be 250 calories, 16 grams of protein, 27 grams of carbohydrates, and 8 grams of fat. So the macros breakdown's not too bad. And the sausage McMuffin, we've got protein 14 grams, carbohydrates 27 grams, and 11 grams of fat. So the big change I've done here was I removed the cheese out of both of them. That's gonna probably save me 50 to 60 calories each muffin, and predominantly fat, the macronutrient, which you usually go over when you are eating out. So that's a little tip I do there if I'm gonna get a muffin or something similar to that. They look a little bit sad, but starting off with the egg and bacon McMuffin, it's not a 5-star meal, but considering it's just an egg and bacon McMuffin, like bacon, egg, and a muffin, and some sauce, it's pretty good. I think Macca's taste is good when it comes to the McMuffin, and I'm not complaining. All right, onto the sausage McMuffin. So both of these muffins together too, they came out to 10 Australian dollars. I never had many sausage McMuffins growing up, lots more of these ones, but the sausage is so much better. You can really tell why it's more calories. Obviously the sausage, more fat in it. So these 2 here, like I said, it's not a massive meal, but for 2 McMuffins, it's a decent amount of volume, and the macro split isn't too bad. For only 500 calories, just over, it means we have a lot more calories to work with for the rest of the day. I'm gonna try hit around about 2,500 calories a day, roughly, which means I still have 2,000 calories to work with. So the next couple of meals, I can have a lot tastier food with a lot more volume, which I'm sure for most of you watching, you probably struggle when it comes to the nighttime cravings. And I find leaving the calories, especially carbohydrates and fats, the ones which are the more unhealthy foods, saves me a lot of the time when it comes to dieting, trying to keep the calories a bit lower. Leaving some more in the afternoon really helps. So I'm gonna finish both of these, do a little bit of work, and then I'll see you guys at lunchtime, where we'll get a bigger meal with more calories, more volume, and be tastier. Not that this wasn't bad. Not that this was bad. So I'll catch you at lunchtime. Work's done. It is now lunchtime, which means meal 2. We're gonna head to KFC for this meal, and it kind of occurred to me that meal 1 was a little bit boring. It was always gonna be the most boring meal, but I think we can do a lot better. So we're gonna see what KFC has to offer. We're gonna make sure it's nutritious, high protein, and low calorie. We are at a KFC. Hello, can I please get a crunchy, yeah, could I do that one? Pepsi Max, 0 calories, pretty much 0 calories, maybe 3 calories. Always Pepsi Max over Coke, always. Goods are secured. This meal here comes out to 846 calories, 52 grams of protein, 43 grams of fat, and 60 grams of carbs. So a little bit higher in the fat on this one. Like I said before, you're always going to be higher in that fat when you're eating out. Another reason probably not to eat out. But we got a few items here. So we have a zinger burger. We have a zinger fillet. So this is the lowest calorie chicken you can get. Just chicken breast, I think, fried there. We have a salad here with corn chips on top. Now, this meal actually is a bit less than 840 calories because I didn't get the mayo in the salad, which is probably going to drop 8 to 9 grams of fat off it too, and probably roughly 80 or so calories. Instead, I've got sweet and sour sauce, so a little bit different to have in a salad, but I don't mind it. So gonna have sweet and sour sauce instead of mayo there. All in all, this meal is actually probably under 800 calories here and closer to 30 grams of fat. So we're gonna put our fillet on top of our salad. So now we got a chicken salad there. We've got that. Got our sweet and sour sauce on the side, which we'll add into that when we start eating it. And we have our zinger burger here. So we're gonna start off the burger here. This one here is about 450 calories. So honestly, it's not that bad for a burger. Got 27 grams of protein and 22 grams of fat. So the fat's a bit higher here. Good little change I like to make sometimes is just remove the mayo out of this. It's gonna be roughly 8-9 grams of fat less, which is gonna bring it closer to 10 grams of fat. This time I kept the mayo in just because I think the KFC mayo is really good. I think KFC in general is probably like the best fast food there is. I love it. I'm definitely a chicken person over like beef and that, so it's probably why it's my favorite, but I really like KFC. So that's a pretty good burger for 450 calories. Remove the mayo, it's probably gonna be closer to 400 calories, which I think is a good option when you're eating out. Also, KFC's buns, the brioche buns, I just love how sweet they are too. Obviously full of sugar and that, but it tastes good. So this is the jalapeno slaw here with that extra bit of fillet of chicken we got on the side with the sweet and sour sauce instead of the mayo to reduce the fat and calories. I mean, it is just a salad, but the mixture of salad, like the amounts I have of everything, really good here. I feel like every time I make coleslaw, I always get the ratio of, you know, veggies off and it tastes like crap. Crunchy, not soft chips. Now they didn't give me a knife, but we'll get a go at this fillet. So it's a zinger fillet, similar, well, pretty much the same one we had in the burger. So lots of protein in this one, obviously fat too because it's deep fried. All right, I am absolutely sweating here sitting in the car. It's so hot. I think it's 30 degrees outside, so probably a lot hotter in the car, which means I'm gonna finish off lunch and I'll see you guys at dinner where we're gonna have an even bigger meal, even nicer place, maybe nicer, don't know yet. But it's gonna be a bigger meal, lots of calories, lots more volume, and hopefully high protein and lots of nutrition still. It is now dinner time. We're on our way to GYG, Guzman and Gomez, which is Mexican, and I'm very, very much looking forward to this. A little bit flat after the afternoon, trained legs, which I totally forgot about, so that's burned up a lot of my energy. This is going to be the biggest meal of the day, coming in at roughly 1,300 calories, and like I said, I'm very excited for this because I'm out of energy. So I get some dessert. Nah, I won't. No, I better not. We have made our way to the beach. Absolutely beautiful night on the Gold Coast. So we're gonna get into dinner now and I'll show you what I got. Starting off with our first thing, we have a chicken burrito bowl. If I can open it. So we got extra chicken in there. This here comes to about 730 calories, I think. Has over 60 grams of protein because of the extra chicken. It's grilled chicken, so low in fat. I think this meal has under 10 grams of fat here, so really good option, this one. Obviously got some beans, tomato and that, a little bit more nutrients in it, so really good meal to end the night on. And then with that, we have got a burrito. So both of these here, they have no cheese on them. I don't really like the cheese, that's the main reason I don't have it, but it also just adds unnecessary fat and calories, so no cheese in these things, but one burrito, one chicken bowl, extra chicken. Both of these come out to 1,300 calories roughly. I'll put it up on the screen. And there's over 100 grams of protein here, or bang on 100 grams. So really, really good meal to end the day on. Most important thing, taste test. It's a winner tonight. The chicken is moist and not, people don't like that word, do they? Chicken is nice and tender, not overcooked or dry. So I'm very happy about that. I love these chips too. They're always nice. Also, if you're enjoying the video, please hit the subscribe button, helps me a lot. Now we are onto the burrito. Just a mild chicken burrito here. Decent size still. So this burrito here is just over 500 calories and I think 40 grams of protein, just under. Again, I'll put it on the screen. Again, winning chicken is nice and tender, not overcooked. Rice is also lots of juices in there, so really good. So I'm gonna finish both of these, which is gonna be my dinner done, and it's gonna bring us out to roughly 2,500 calories, I think. I'll put all the macros calories on the screen and we can see what it is, but it should be roughly about 2,500 calories. Good amount of protein today, especially finishing with 100 grams for dinner. So despite eating out all day long, I've hit my deficit goals, hit my protein goals. I'm making sure I'm eating still nutritious things, especially when you look at food like this. So it's not as hard as people make it out to be. It's not ideal, I wouldn't do it every day, but it's not as hard as people think it is. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe if you want to see more like this. Let me know if you want to see others similar to this, and I'll see you in the next one.